Ever show up to your favorite pond, the one that used to be amazing, and suddenly the bass just stopped biting? The same pond, same lure, same everything, but the fish just vanished? Today I'm going to explain exactly why this happens and what you could do to start catching them again. I've been fishing small ponds, high-pressured public ponds for over 35 years. I see this happen all the time. The good news, there is good news to all of this. Bass did not disappear. They just changed their behavior. And I'm going to break it down to how to make those ponds magical again. The real reason bass stop biting is because of fishing pressure conditions bass. It's not that they don't eat. I always say it. No matter what time of the year it is, bass still need to eat. They still feed. They just get conditioned from the pressure. Bass in small ponds, high-pressured ponds, get caught and released over and over and over again. Eventually, they start to recognize the same lure, the same presentation, and even the same areas where anglers stand. They become conditioned predators. Bass aren't stupid. It's no different from anything else. If a bass is in an area and knows that there's pressure and has getting caught, they are going to go to a place in that pond that is safe and less pressure. The number one sign that your pond is pressured, lots of anglers, right? Pretty simple, lots of anglers. If you have clear water, it makes it more difficult. Bass follow lures and don't strike. I'm going to repeat that. Bass follow your lures and don't strike. They bite only early or late. If bass are following your lure and not committing, that's a classic sign that your pond is pressured. The biggest mistake most anglers make, again, you're going through, you had great success at these ponds, you've been using, I was going to use a bladed swim jig as an example. I'm catching a ton off a bladed swim jig. Next thing you know, I keep on using bladed swim jig, and I'm not catching bass anymore. I start scratching my head, I'm like, bro, where'd all the bass go? They keep fishing, we keep fishing the same way. Most anglers respond by fishing harder instead of smarter. Well, I'm going to keep on hammering that bladed swim jig. They have to hit it. They hit it last week. They've been hitting it for the last 3 months. Nothing's changed. What's going on? Same spinnerbait, same Texas rig, same shoreline. You have to mix it up. You have to change it up. Bass aren't stupid. Especially high-pressured public ponds where everybody's throwing the same thing. That's really going to put a lot of pressure on those bass. When you put a lot of pressure on those bass, they're going to go deep, they're going to hold tight to structure, and they're only going to react and bite lures that are more natural, that are natural in their environment. A lot of those lures that are successful, until that pond gets pressured, a lot of times you get reactionary bites. Bladed swim jig, a wounded prey. Top water, even top water. You can have success at a top water, and then all of a sudden you're not having success with top water. And top water is not really natural. Name me the last time you've been to a pond and you've seen something on top of the water looking like a whopper plopper. That's a good question. I've never seen it, and I've been doing this for over 35 years. Think about it. Seriously, think about that. You gotta downsize your baits. Smaller worms, finesse jig, a Ned rig, weightless, that natural fall. You're slowing it down. You're giving more time for bass to react to it. It looks natural to them. It looks like what they are eating normally. Pressure bass often want an easy meal, not a big flashy bait. Remember that. They're not looking for something flashy, an easy meal. That's why I go back to finesse. Finesse is slow, it's natural. It's that slow fall. It's easy for them. They don't have to chase it. They're finicky. They hold tight to structure. They still have to eat, but they want that easy, natural prey. When bass get pressured, they stop chasing. Slow presentation starts getting bites again. Again, I'm going to go back to the example. If I'm using a bladed swim jig, that's a fast move, even a slow rolling. I got to slow it down. It's the weightless. It's the Ned rig. It's that finesse. It's that slow finesse. Slow, slow, slow. Drag a worm slowly. Dead stick baits. Go back to a bladed swim jig, a yo-yo. When I'm in these high pressure public ponds and I want to use a chatterbait, I typically go down to a yo-yo technique because I'm just slowly working off the bottom. Just enough to get that vibration, I just let it sit. It's not an overworking up, up and down, up and down. It just brings it up, the vibration, and I just let it come down. Bass don't have to work. They want it easy. They're finicky. So I'm going to give you a great tip that most anglers miss. And it's all about changing your angles. I'm going to repeat that. It's about changing your angles. Most anglers fish the same spot and cast the same way every single time they go to that pond. If you change your casting angles, you're showing bass something they've never seen before. Talk about it's all about angles. You have to mix it up. You have to change it up. When you get in these situations where these ponds are shut down, it's not the bass shut down, they're pressured, and you have to change what you do. The bass did not change, they just got more finicky. They got more stubborn. You have to change with them. You can be successful, and you can fire up that pond all over again by mixing it up, changing your angles. That is the key to it. One trick that works, I mean, this trick, this is a juice of all juice, is incredibly well and high pressured public ponds. This is one of those things that if you could do, you are going to be so successful. And that's fishing right after a cold front or light rain. Most anglers will stay at home, but bass will relax and start feeding again. Right before a storm. I've said it in the past, I've done videos with it. I'm talking right before the storm. I fished in rain, drenched in rain, and had some of the best days I've ever fished fishing in the rain. Right before the rain, and then when that rain starts to come, bass will feed. Nobody's out there. I mean, I'm the only stupid one out there. I look around like, where's everybody at? Rain's coming down drenched. You don't want to fish in the middle of a rainstorm, but in the beginning of that storm, right before that storm comes, now if it's lightning, you don't want to be out there, but right before, like an hour before, and an hour into that storm, again, if it's a heavy downpour, you don't want to be fishing in it. I've done it. I've had great success, but I don't recommend it. That light rain, absolutely money. Right after a cold front or light rain, money. They need to feed. It's a prime opportunity that nobody's fishing there. Nobody's going to be out there. You can get out there. They're feeding. This gets it done, son. Bass stop biting in your pond. It usually isn't because the bass disappeared. That's not the case. It's because they've seen too many of the same lures. They've seen it all. They become conditioned. Downsize your bait. Slow down. Natural presentation. Change your angles. And you'll start catching them again, I guarantee it. All day long, son. Yes, sir. Biggins after biggins. Yes, sir. That's how you do it, son. Keep it natural. It's really about keeping it natural. Slowing it down. You'll be successful at those ponds again when everybody else isn't. That is the key. Everybody had success. The pond is fired up. Catching them. Catch a bunch of bass. They get conditioned. Everybody else is still doing the same thing they've always done. Scratching their head and says the bite died. There's no bass left. When you change these things and you keep it natural, you're adapting with those bass and you're one step ahead of them. And when you're one step ahead of them, those bass, you will continually catch bass. And everybody will be like, bro, that dude just gets it done. You'll be like, yes, sir. If you're fishing small ponds or pressured public ponds, hit the subscribe button. I post new bass fishing tips every week that will help you catch more bass from the bank and these high pressure public ponds. I guarantee you, I greatly appreciate it. All the links are down below. Don't forget to check out the merch store. The link is down below. Don't forget to check out the membership. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps grow the channel. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear, have you ever had a pond where the bass just stopped biting? And what did you do finally to get it going again? What worked for you? Drop a comment below. Love to hear it. Let's start a conversation. And I'll catch you next time on Getting It Done Fishing.